Hey, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to this channel. I haven't made a video in a while, but I feel like I want to get into this more, and we're gonna do a pick a card again, like I always have done. So let's try to find the right groups for the card choosings. You know what I mean. Like, if you're not used yet to tarot pick a cards, let me explain. So, if you never have watched any of these videos, it's like a thing on YouTube where you can choose between certain cards or piles or groups, and you feel with your intuition, your gut feeling, what you're most attracted to, actually. So, most of the time, it's the card or the group of or pile that you are attracted most to at the first instance of watching the three of them. So just choose the first choice that you actually make. Don't think too much about it. It's just a feelings thing. So, okay, I will pull three cards, or I was doing two, but three. And I'm gonna give like a small reading for what the information is gonna be about the situation. And yeah, so I will hold up the cards. You can choose with your intuition which card you want to watch. It's like, I'll hold it like this. Sometimes a little bit, it's a little bit hard to hold them, but maybe I should get another way of doing this, but okay, so you can put a stop on this moment of the reading, so you can figure out which pile you want to watch. You can choose more, and you can also choose none. If you don't feel connected to any of them, watch another video. I have a lot more, or you watch other readers, because I just want you to get like the right information, of course. Only take what resonates, and yeah, let me do the rest. So if you found out which pile you want to watch, you can click on the timestamps in the description. So you go down in my description of this video and you click on the timestamp, and or you will just scroll through the video to find it. And yeah, we're gonna just start with group number one. So if you want to watch that, keep watching, and else I will see you in another group. So group number one, we start with balance. So this is your card. You see two people who are connected to each other and are watching both a light at the end of the tunnel, but one is kind of like dancing with a light inside of the tunnel and is not really focused on the way out, and the other one is really only watching the light that is coming out of the tunnel. I don't know what this means, but I feel like this is about two people already, so let's just divide that a little bit. I want a card for the two different people. Actually, I need like the animal deck, but I don't know where yeah, I'm gonna get that. Wait. This is a really nice deck to figure out like both of the energies. It's like animals, so I can figure out what type of people we're talking about. So we have two people. Let's see, the person who is watching the light inside of the tunnel is kind of like distracted by it, and the other person is the turtle. So like I just showed you, I was shuffling them, so it came out again. Like the bear is one of the people, and we have a turtle. So this is the two people that we're talking about. The bear person is the person that is watching the light inside of the tunnel. So, and the turtle is watching the light outside of the tunnel. And to me, this makes a lot of sense, because we have two people here that are very enduring. That's what I mean. Like, they both can endure a lot and know how to protect themselves and go. It's like marathon runners, so they can control the way they use their energy. So the bear person, the person who is watching the light inside the tunnel, this person, it's maybe the feminine energy, but I don't want to put any thing on that. So it's the bear energy, and the bear energy is very resilient, I want to say, and they are in a kind of like a deep sleep, a resting phase, coming out of the tunnel, but they're not focused on coming out of the tunnel because they are sleeping in their winter sleep, you know? So they know what they're doing. They know this is just the phase that they're in, and they're not fighting to get out of it. They just know that eventually they will wake up, and now they're in like a dreaming phase of wandering inside of the dark tunnel, maybe dreaming about a lot of things, imagining a lot of things. It's gonna be a rough awakening if I see it like that, because it felt like really intensely. So it's gonna be a rough awakening for some way for this person. Why is it a rough awakening? That's, I need to know more about that. So let's see. The rough awakening. Ooh. Yeah, so there's like imagining things probably, or thinking things through about Ten of Cups. So it's like dreaming about their, yeah, their best life, and it's, yeah, it's more like they're focused on a fairy tale in some way. And well, not a fairy tale, I don't want to say that. We just have to see if it's like, is this like a rough awakening as in that it's not in real life, or is it like a rough awakening as in that it is coming but it's like too fast or something? Wait. Yeah, I feel like I see the Justice card. Things are balancing out, and we see the Queen of Pentacles. So it's like, first this person is dreaming about the things, and they're sitting like in this dark spot, and they know they're gonna wake up in this reality at some point, but they don't know when, and they're not really focused on that. And then bam, it comes into their life, and it just is there, like, and it's not really gonna go away for, yeah. Okay, so let's see what the other person is experiencing. So we have the turtle, and that's more like the masculine side of the story maybe, and just reverse the roles if it doesn't fit. But this person is watching the end of the light, in the light of the tunnel. They know they have to go somewhere, but like they want to go away to this light, and but they have like this, the energy of the other person that is still stuck on that, on their back, or like they're still connected in some way, but they're both not watching each other, but they look like supportive to each other. Yeah, and it's giving this person strength. So it's almost like this person is watching to go away to the light, get out of the darkness, and but they know they have to leave things behind. They have to leave things behind that doesn't serve them, that doesn't fulfill them, and it makes them sad. And this is where the power is needed, but they don't know they have infinite power, because like the turtle is very strong and very I feel like they have a lot inside of them, but they have a really strong exterior and shell, so they know how to protect themselves from the outside. And they have had to, because they've went through situations where they learned how to protect themselves from things that will eventually hurt them. So they can crawl into their little protective area and sit things out until they crawl into like the light. It's a very loving person as well. I feel like they have a lot of love, but they also have a lot of security issues. I feel, or yeah, because I see a lot of red energy. It's like, or anger issues, issues with too much passion, or the energy just floating away to different directions that they are not really in control of. It could also be like not feeling safe in a way. Okay, so I'm diving too deep into this. I don't want to dive too deep into this person's, because they're kind of sensitive, and if we dive too deep into that shell, it's like not nice for them. So let's see what their future is gonna be like. What is going on with like that light at the end of the tunnel? Yeah, I feel like that light at the end of the tunnel is like they're reaching for something outside of themselves. They want to go away, but they want to look for something that's inside of them. Finding some, yeah, they're having trouble with feeling stuck, but in a situation, but it's kind of like, it's not imaginary, but the thing that they're feeling stuck in is something they have to change inside of themselves, but they will only figure this out when they actually go away. So they have to, because things in the outside world will trigger them to see what's actually going on there. Ace of Pentacles. I am hearing like the song On the Road Again. I don't know how that song is called, but On the Road Again. Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of fight or flight. On the road again. They want to travel, go away from all the situation, all the stuff at home, and they're not ready to. It's like this agitated feeling, like I'm not gonna handle this, so I have to change. Yeah. Okay. It's gonna be okay. If you're watching this, if you're this person, it's gonna be okay. Really, I know how it feels because I've been through this as well. Or am going through this in a certain way still, but yeah, it sucks so bad, and I feel for you or the other person. Wow. But just know that justice is incoming, and yeah. There's something waiting for you, but I'm not gonna go too deep into that. So let's see. What do we want to know more about this situation? I'm gonna take these cards away. Why are these people connected to each other? Because they're both like looking at other lights. So what is that about? Why? It feels like they're balancing each other out in a way, because the card is balance. So it's like they're connected to each other to balance each other. So it's like they're both kind of opposite in some way. Okay, so what is that about? The Fool and they're both balancing each other's dreams out in a certain way. It's like they both have something they're focused on, they want to achieve, they want to go towards or fix, and they both have this energy of like feeling stuck in thinking like this is like a crazy idea, because it's like jumping like the Fool into like something that you don't know what the fuck is gonna happen. So and there's a lot of competition or fight surrounding this. So if this is love, or if this is like, yeah, if this is love, there may be competition on both sides, and there may be a certain situation where there's multiple options. And if this is about the career or the things that they're chasing, it's like, or the dreams they're chasing, it's like there's this, I'm hearing like there's a power struggle. There's something with the ego and like the balancing of the ego in a way, and thinking about where do I actually want to go, which options are right for me, and what is actually my dream, and how am I going to fulfill that. So these two people met each other to balance something out in that way. And maybe it's both. Maybe it's love and that. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like the High Priestess. So strange. Okay, so let's see a little bit more about... Oh, I'm getting the chills. Why am I getting the chills? There's something that's being hidden about like something that's being left behind. And what is being left behind and what's hidden about that? Yeah, there's some ending of like sneaky behavior, and that's being hidden for some reason. Because one of the, maybe both or one of them has been into some self sabotage or, yeah, like sneaky behavior, but it's like balancing out, and that part of both of you is gonna die for some reason because the the path that you're going upon needs honesty and commitment. So if you want to reach your goals and your dreams, you have to be fully committed to what you really want to achieve and what you want to chase. Or like chase, attract, maybe, because both of it. It depends on which energy you're in. Some people need to chase the things, and some people need to attract the things they want. It depends on if you're a woman or, well, if you're more masculine or if you're more feminine. So this part is gonna die out because probably both of you have had some, yeah, self-sabotaging things. So ideas about yourself or being involved in multiple things at the same time. And yeah, I feel like if it's being about, if it's whoa, I see a cosmic X, so there's really shit coming out of this. So there's real potential for the both of you to reach the goals that you want. And yeah, there's an oyster here, so it looks maybe not like you think on the outside, because maybe it's hard. Like, yeah, it's so hard. Like, on the outside, it may look like something sneaky or bad, or a person that is bad, or like a road or a dream that people would judge. Like what I'm doing right now, like the tarot cards. Not everyone is gonna be happy about that, what I'm doing, because there's people that don't believe in it or think that's witchcraft and stuff. So yeah, so there will be judgment about this, and it seems sneaky for some people. It can be very scary. I've met people that were very scared about what I was able to say about their life and about things that are happening, because it fits and I know that it works, but and I want to help people with it, and I don't want to but it is something that can look sneaky, and that can be for the both of you. Like, maybe someone wants like to achieve like a life goal that needs to, is probably judged by people. I don't know. I'm not gonna dive too deep into that because it can be so many things. And it could also be about love, so it also could be like you both look sneaky and like you're not really good people, or like you're both interested in more things, and maybe that was true in the past, but yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I'm seeing it die out here, so yeah. I feel like for me as well, like I'm like, if I'm single, for instance, if it's about love in this situation, we can see it like this. If I'm single, I'm really single, so I'm gonna do just whatever I want, and I'm gonna attract what I want, and I'm gonna, yeah, I'm just gonna live my life. So yeah, and that can look like I'm like maybe a player or something, but I'm not really a player. I'm just like enjoying my life. I know what I can get and that I want that. So if, why would I not do it? So if I'm single, of course, but if I'm in a relationship, it gets very different, because yeah, I'm very loyal in a relationship, but it can look like I'm like a bad person if you are trying to get to know me, maybe. So that's maybe the thing that's happening between the both of you, and there needs to be like a certain ending of this free-spirited thinking. If, yeah, I don't know, something like that. But I don't really feel like you are connected in that way or something. It's confusing so much. stingray. It feels like you are just balancing out each other's chakras. So if there's some hurt in the love area, and I feel like the turtle it's a lot of green, so, and I see a lot of dark green, so it's like healing in the love area. So this masculine, more masculine energy who wants to go to somewhere, go outside of the tunnel. This person is healing, I think. So it's more like you're both healing each other from something, from past hurt, and yeah. Yeah, it's like you are both a different version of the snakes. You're both two snakes, and you're changing in a different way. So one of them is changing and shedding a skin to evolve the egg, like the potential that is inside of them. And there's a lot of colors here. So it could be about creativity, about expression. There's a lot of energy coming through my spine right now. So Kundalini energy, maybe, like something that is very big. And we also have the sea turtle, and both of these cards are very special cards in the deck. It's like spiritual cards. It's like these two people probably have something to bring here, or to, I don't know what, but. And then the other person is eating its own tail, so it's going through cycles to shed the skin and to go to the inside of themselves, to go internally and find the midst of the storm. So there's going to be a lot of storm around, and it's like you're in a completely chaos because you're going around and around, and this thing is happening again and again, and eventually you will end up in this moment where you realize, like, I am all of these things and I'm in the middle of it, and I can, if I find silence in this moment, I find myself, and that is going to give you insight because it's also like an eye. Wow, this is a very deep reading. I'm going to stop because it's like too much, I think, to go too deep into this. So yeah, well, it's a good connection because I feel like you're balancing and healing each other, and yeah, you're both gonna find this light, and you're helping each other by this experience in some way. So let's go, let's find that light, let's find the dreams, let's go there, like, let's do it. And yeah, don't let nobody stop you from getting to your dreams, and don't let nobody tell you that it's unreachable, because it is. And if you feel like you have to go away for it, go away for it and find it, because you will. Okay, so group number 1, this was your reading, and I hope it helped you. And yeah, I'll see you hopefully in a different reading, and else I'll see you in one of the other piles, because I have 2 piles left as well. So good luck, goodbye, have a good day, and love you guys. So I'll go to group number 2. Group number 2, welcome, you chose the anticipation card, and let's see what kind of information will come out of this. So what is going on in this situation? I feel like this is going to be a reading about connections, so I will take out 2 animal cards to see which 2 people are involved in this. Anticipation, one person, and the other person. Ooh, this is such a different energy than the first one. I need to really adjust to this a little bit. To slow down. Maybe you have to slow down as well. Slow down, you crazy child. You're so ambitious for a But then if you're so smart, tell me why you're still so afraid. Where's the fire? What's the hurry about? You better cool it off before you burn it out. You got so much to do, but only so many hours in a day. Hey. But you know that when the truth is told, that you can get what you want, or you can just get old. You're gonna take off before you even get halfway through. Ooh, when will you realize the end now waits for you? That's a really nice song, I like it. I like it so much. Vienna waits for you. Vienna it's called, I think. Okay, so that's the start of this reading. Okay, we have two people. We have the swan, who is very poised and magnetic and beautiful, but is also looking into the mirror. So it's like maybe they're too much into their outer wait, I'm not gonna pinpoint anything on this yet. And we have also the beaver. And the beaver is a very hardworking animal who can do work that is gonna change the environment. So the beavers, they work and they make dams to change the way the water flows. And it's also maybe they can direct how they use their emotions to figure out how to make their plans work. So, and they look kind of dorky in a way, so it's so funny. Yeah, anticipation. I don't know what anticipation means actually, so I have to look into the book for a second. I feel like I really have to slow down because there's something that has been too much for someone. It's been too much. It's too much at the same time, too intense. Don't know what to do with this. And I can't find the book. Oh wait, I found it. 1 second. Did you? Okay, so yeah, I feel like the swan person could be looking into a mirror. So the person that is going to be the swan in this situation is very beautiful and has gone through a lot of situations to become the swan. Because you know, the swan doesn't grow up to be like a beautiful kid and then eventually it becomes very beautiful. So it's like the person that's aged like fine wine and is really certain because they know how it is to not feel like that and not have any attention. The anticipation. Yeah, I found it. So allow and okay, so the video cut off and I had to delete a lot of videos to go further with this reading. I think it's kind of a message because this reading is already all the time like slow down. Sit with your own mind because I feel like I just read the anticipation card, but the anticipation is mostly about like what you expect from this situation or what you predict in the future. And I feel like there's a storm coming over the both of you where you both are dealing with the situation in a different way. So the swan person is looking into a mirror and it's like when you look into a mirror, you are expecting things to be like, yeah, you're just, it can be scary because you're like expecting things that are not necessarily actually happening, but what happened in your past or what you are as a person for some way. So it's like it's a reflection, it's a mirror, it's like not something real that's there. Like it's you're expecting something that is the real situation is cloaked for both of you guys. So I don't know what is really happening with the mirror idea. I will find out about that in a second. And the beaver is going upon this situation by focusing on work and processing their emotions in that way. So being very busy and starting to work a lot to guide these emotional streams in a way. And the anticipation card is also about not really don't let all the thoughts that come up right now mess with your head, because you will remember how it feels to be with that person or with each other and how the situation actually felt, because that is real, and all the thoughts that are coming up, that's just your own projections of all the things that are happening. And just forget about all the thoughts. Don't think too much about this because it's not like that's gonna help you, really. It's just gonna make you fucking trip over your own thoughts. And yeah, it's not gonna help, and also not help to get you growing. So what is happening on the swan side? And with the song that I started with, it's like, but you know that when the truth is told, that you can get what you want, or you can just get old. Okay, I was interrupted again, so it's like, there's something really stopping this thing between you guys, because there's a lot of obstacles for some reason, because it's like meant to make you both look into your own mind and what the fuck is happening there actually. Okay, so I see for the swan person, this person is looking into like probably thoughts that are mirroring something to them. So I feel like there's like a weird combination here. So it's like celebration, but also third parties, so people being involved in the situation. So it's not just the two of you, it's like other people being involved in this. And then you have the Two of Cups, which is like a connection, like a love connection or some type of connection which is intertwined with each other. And then it's like, oh, it's like a dream come true for some reason, or it's the dream, or like, I don't know, or it's like thinking it's, maybe the swan is thinking like, this looks good, but there's probably other people involved, and yeah, that's why there are obstacles. So yeah, something like that. And the beaver is thinking something else, so I will figure out what the fuck is happening there. The moon. So the beaver is going through a lot of emotional transformation, and there's a lot of things coming to the surface right now for this person. I think this person has been trying to, I don't know why I'm doing this, but has been trying to push emotions down from the past, and that's coming up right now in this situation. They don't really know where to start to process all this stuff, or how to go upon this. Yeah. This person feels kind of stuck because they feel like they want something that is bad for them. That's how they feel, I think. And that is why, like, they're processing why they have all these emotions about this. And there is like some feeling of loss because playing a game but then not ending up in the way that they wanted it to be. So there may be like toxic behaviors coming up and ways of doing things, feeling like a lot of hurt as well. They're going through it. This person is going through it. This is like the worst combination you can get, I feel like, from this deck. Ten of Swords is the end of the swords, and it's like, it's a certain death and an ending to everything. That was kind of unexpected, I feel like, because it's like all from the back. So it's like feeling like they didn't have control over this, and it's just, yeah, ended. And now there's heartbreak. And they want to anticipate. They want to protect themselves because they expect Ten of Cups. They expect good things, so they want to protect themselves from it. This is very like confusing. Okay, so they want the Ten of Cups, but they're afraid of that. And the Ten of Cups is like family, like something stable, like family life, like yeah, something stable. But it's popped up so weirdly and like out of the blue that they're like, no, I don't want this now. But I can't handle this. I can't handle this. I need to work right now to figure everything out. I need to figure out before this happens. And that's not how the world works, sadly, because it will come at the moment that you least expect this shit. And it will trigger you to think about why you're doing what you're doing. I feel like there's also something going on with like financial stability for the beaver person. Um, it's so strange because you have both like really different experiences of this situation, while you both kind of look like the same thing, but also like completely different. So one of the persons is more in touch with themselves. They're very much in their own head. Like the swan is in their own head because they feel like it's like they see it for something, but they're not sure if that's it. So they're like not wanting to believe in it. And but they are also okay with seeing themselves as believing in this, but also not believing it. This is a strange energy. And the beaver is trying to push everything down and all things from the past and trying to let go of their old ways, but they don't want to because it's like they are not yet where they want to be at this point in life. But it's all coming too fast, and it feels like very like the dam is breaking. That's what I'm feeling like for this person. Like the walls are breaking down, the emotions are streaming in, and they were not ready for this because the dam wasn't strong enough yet to protect themselves fully. And now it's like, oh shit, all the water and the emotions are coming up and I don't know what to do. And they keep thinking about this 10 of cups and the, yeah. It's going too fast. Like the stream is going too fast. Because Vienna, like the song Vienna waits for you, just listen to that. That's what this person is experiencing. Yeah, but they're waiting on money or something to... They're waiting on a right moment or the right time to... the ripe time to pick what they need to. And they don't want to pick the wrong thing. They want to stay focused. Yeah, the universe is laughing. Like your guides, if you believe in spirit guides, are laughing at you. Because you're like... Yeah, I don't know. There's also a certain side of... There is something cocky about this as well. Like, you thought you were in control. No, you're not. It's just, we're giving you everything you want, but not at the right time. So, the beaver person is really getting challenged in their feelings of control. Like, yeah, control, like, the way they want to go upon things. It's not always going to be like how you want it to go. So, how are you going to go upon this energy? Because the flood has already come. So what are you gonna do now? But remind yourself, if you are this or if this other person, remind yourself that you are the beaver and you are able to guide the water. That's your job. You know how to do it. And you just forgot that all the work you put in working up this wall and this dam, you can do way more than that. So you can also guide these emotional things into streams where you can actually use the water in the way you want to. So the emotions that are coming up and all the feelings and all these things, they're useful in a way as well. So just don't see it as something that is invading you and that you have to push away because it's a stream that you can't control. It's coming, it's there. How are you gonna deal with this? Like, if you have a lot of emotions, go to the gym, do sports, stop doing all the things to like the like the bad coping mechanisms. Choose the right ones. And yeah, this feels like a heartbreak for this person, but yeah, because I see like a 3 of swords and stuff, and yeah, a lot of emotional. I feel like something with a mother bond as well. Like there's something deeper about this. What's that? Fights with the mom or something? Yeah. I don't want to dive too deep into that, but there's something about... There's a messy situation there. I don't know what it is about. We don't need to dive into that because it's not really for you to know, I think, or I don't need to dive into that because it will not help you. If you're the beaver, it will not help you right now to get settled in this stream. You can also choose to make a boat and just ride out the wave and see where it takes you. Yeah. Okay, so let's go more into the swan person because I'm diving into this beaver energy and it's like overwhelming. You're gonna be okay if you're the beaver. Make the boat, make the boat. The swan is like, yeah, they feel like accomplished or like they're like woohoo. I don't know what is going on with the mirror stuff. I think the swan just thinks like I should just focus on this as being like something nice that happened and happens. And yeah. They want to just focus on what they're feeling, sitting into that, and just seeking out everything they need to figure out why they are kind of like attracted or addicted to this energy in a way, because it's something, and there's something about like the third party energy is coming up still. Like there's some things about thinking there's more people involved, but also having more people involved yourself or having more options yourself. So you think the other person has more options, but it's actually just you. And yeah, it's confusing. It's confusing. So what is the... this is very scattered, all of this stuff, and I don't feel like you are very connected to each other even, because like this is both your own adventure with yourself, like how to deal with all this stuff. So what is the swan, what is like the advice for the swan, how to go upon these things? The high priestess, so being connection with source and with like your beliefs and just being yeah, acting in the right way, like feeling like paying maybe nights, sleepless nights are here as well. But yeah, about the Two of Cups, so there's also hurt from the swan, so it's like going upon this in a right way and just going through the hurt, I feel like. And for the beaver, it's also for the swan is boundaries as well, like setting boundaries. Beaver is going through it. The advice is to, okay, so the advice is to stop feeling like everything is happening to you, because you feel like you're not in control, but things are happening for a reason for you. And it's making you feel like you're in a dark road and everything hurts right now and it's not nice and it's cold and alone and you feel like you're poor and you don't have enough. But if you just shift your focus and focus on the things or the lights at the end of the tunnel which are above you, so it's so close, all the things you need will be there when it is needed. And if you just think like that, it will help you a lot. This explosion, this separation, or things falling apart, maybe a house also falling apart, maybe fights, I don't know what it is. It's happening for a reason. It's happening to destruct some way of thinking, maybe a family pattern or something, like something, some cycle needs to end in this situation, and it is very abruptly, it's very powerful ending, and it's like making a very fiery explosion. And it feels like for you, like you're stuck in this energy and you don't know what to do, but actually you're also in control in a way, so you can control the way how you cope with this. So like I said, build a boat and don't try to build another dam to protect yourself from it, because the flood is so strong. You're not going to be able to do all that work and not get wet during that. Yeah, that sounds very weird. But yeah, so just build a boat and drive, or see where the river takes you, and see that this is some form of motivation for something, and you don't need to row or fight to swim, because the flood is already pushing you towards this. So wherever this is guiding you, or whatever coping mechanism, maybe the gym, maybe something, work, go there and put all the energy that is coming from the stream into that, because it will get you where you want. This was the energy of you, group number 2. It was very intense. I hope you both get through this in a good way. I think you will, and some things like this just happen, and it's meant to shift something for the both of you. And yeah, what's your thoughts about the future or what this situation is, and only focus on how the feeling was when you were together. Or met, or I don't know what it was, because that is real, and the other things, all the thoughts, all the things, it's not real. It's just messing up with your mind. So yeah, that's it. I hope I helped you. It was a very chaotic reading. Let's go to group number 3, and I hope you have a good day. Good luck. You can do it. It's not as bad as it maybe feels right now, and I hope I could give you some guidance so you can get out of this. Yeah, so I'm going to group number 3, so if you want to watch that one, keep watching, and else I will wish you a very beautiful day. And yeah, bye.